Commission will now come to order. Mr. Keith Gidger, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So molded be. Prayers too. All right, next we have Mr. Colley, would you give us a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Seat A, Chucky Sheremy.
Here.
Seat B, Tom Pete.
Here.
Seat C, Jimmy Lafont.
Here.
Seat D, Rodney Gisclair.
Here.
Seat E, Reggie Leday.
Here.
Seat F, Larry Griffin.
Here.
Seat G, John Melisson.
Here.
Seat H, Mike Kelly here. Seat I, Chris Kelly.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. Next, we have approved minutes for August 9th, 2023, and August 23rd, 2023 meetings. Need a motion?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Larry Griffin, second by Mr. Chris Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have Director's Report. Mr. Shasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, we have our northern expansion projects. Northern expansion, slip C and flotation canal sweep dredging, Picciola and Associates.
Yeah, Coastal Dredging's the contractor. They finished up this project last month. We did get a certificate of substantial completion, and they're currently in the lien period. We do have a change order number 1 on the agenda for approval. It's a balancing change order to balance the final contract quantities. It's a deduct of $37,612.40.
Any questions? Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Northern expansion, slip D bulkhead, GIS engineering.
Okay, this is the project that's going to take off where Joe's stops. We are advertising for bid now. We have a pre-bid conference scheduled for this afternoon. We'll be taking bids on September 28th.
Okay, any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Okay, moving on to airport projects, aircraft operations, Davey.
Yes, in operations for last month, 1,978. We had 12,540 passengers and 21,151 vehicles visit the airport.
All right, any questions? All right, the airport connector road and bridge.
Sea Level Construction's the contractor. He's continuing to work on pouring concrete on the main towers, alternating back and forth. There's a pour to be made this week on the LA1 side, and then next week we'll be pouring on the 308 side, and they're also going to be pouring concrete on the second level of the control house. They kind of suspended work right now on the roadway work. All of the drainage work is complete, and they'll get back to work on the roadway fairly soon.
Okay. Any questions?
Thank you.
That concrete, okay, in the ponds, there's any way to check, see if it's cured all the way, or?
Yeah, we get concrete testing done at 7 days and at 28 days to make sure everything's reaching its proper strength and all the components of the concrete are to the specs.
Okay,
So we do that.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, the PAPI LED upgrade, GIS engineering.
Okay, on this one, as you may recall, for 3 months, we said we've been waiting on the materials. The materials finally came in like 3 weeks ago. It's all in place. We're having a flight check on it tomorrow.
All right, any questions?
Yeah.
All right, the fuel system rehabilitation project.
We are advertising for bids on that project as well. We will be taking bids on September 20th on that project.
Okay, any questions? Thank you, John. All right, other projects, the Fouchon Pavilion, Picciola and Associates.
Yes, Onshore Construction is the contractor. He's complete with the project. All the punch list items are done. The lien period is up, so he has submitted to us a clear lien certificate and a request for retainage.
Okay,
Okay.
any questions? All right, the flotation canal and front commercial marina dredge.
Coastal Dredging is the contractor. He just got started a couple of weeks ago. He's currently dredging in the flotation canal along the mooring dolphins around slip A, between slip A and slip B. We do have a change order number 1, which is an increase of $528,960.05. And that's for to increase some dredging quantities. When we did the surveying, the before dredge surveying, we had an accumulation of material on the north side of flotation canal. So this is to incorporate that dredge volume.
Okay. Any questions? All right, the flotation canal drainage improvements project.
Yes, TD Constructions, the contractor, he's on site working. He has been the last couple of weeks. He's making decent progress. He's working on the 4th and 5th crossing. He had 5 crossings, so he should be finished in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Any questions on that? All right, thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, the Leeville LA1 construction canal dredging and mitigation project. Angelette Design.
The notice to proceed was issued to the contractor, Coastal Dredging, on July 17th. Right now, they're currently working on all their construction layout and magnetometer work to get all the anomalies ironed out in the area. Based on his schedule, they believe they'll be starting containment berm work in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then followed by the dredge sometime mid to late October. Their completion date by contract is the first week in December. It'll be close whether he can make that or not, but we are starting to have those conversations with him about his timing and things getting a little tight. So.
All right. Any questions? All right, the Fouchon Beach project.
Okay, on this project, we received permits last month from DNR and the Corps. We're currently finalizing the plans and specs for this beach improvement. This is going to be a combination of a beach renourishing project, as well as some additional rock jetties on the east and west sides. We expect to begin advertising this project later this month.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
All right, the Hurricane Ida repair projects, the Operations Center, EOC, and warehouse. Dave.
Yes, Rittermeyer was the architect, Tosh is the contractor. He's completed all the work except for the installation of the chain hoist. He did receive a chain hoist. It was damaged, so he's waiting for a second one to replace it so he can install.
Any questions? All right, the Nerby Collins Marina bucket dredge.
So Plaisance Dragline is the contractor on this project, and he is complete with the project, and the lien period is complete. We do have change order number 2 on the agenda, which is to add 35 days of contract time to just to balance out the quantities at the end of the job.
Okay. Any questions?
No, Julio did a good job on that, and the contractors did a very well job on the ride the other day. It was very well.
Yeah, I think our project and GIS's project, combined together makes
You
it
did
look
very
really
well.
good. Yep,
You did a good job. Thank you.
thank you.
All right, the boat lift roof and wharves. GIS engineering.
Okay, this is the Tidewater Dock project. They are pretty much finished. We're kind of just waiting on Entity to transfer a service so they can wrap up a couple of little things. They had 4 sites. 3 of them had been finished a long time ago, but the front marina wharves is pretty much done, so we'll schedule a substantial completion for that project as well.
No,
Looks nice. All right, the airport hangar building demolition.
Okay, we took bids on that project. The low bidder was Betco, $78,880. It's on y'all agenda to award that project later on in the meeting.
All right, any questions? Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right, flotation canal mooring dolphin repairs. Angela Design.
Okay, the contract on this project was Sea Level Construction. All the work is complete. We're currently in the clear lien period. That certificate is available for him first week in October, so potentially that'll be on the agenda next month for you gentlemen to consider, along with the retainage. This project involved replacement of a significant amount of dolphins that were damaged for Hurricane Ida. The ones that weren't damaged did receive a new coat of paint, new blasting and coating. So pretty much everything along Flotation Canal for now is either brand new or has been refurbished significantly.
Okay.
you did a good job, Neil, too. I'm not gonna leave you out. You did a good
Thanks.
job, too, Brad.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Neil. All right, the inland debris removal project, Davey.
Inland Debris Removal, Lowland is the contractor on the project. They started week before last. They had 21 items at the end of the week, and they're working again. They'll probably have this week and then another couple of weeks, I'm thinking, before they'd be complete, and they're not running into any major issues.
All right. Any questions? All right, thank you, Davey. That concludes the Executive Director's report.
All right, Mr. Chestnut, thank you. Do you have any public comment? If candidates want to speak, y'all can speak. Y'all got 2 minutes to speak. Go right ahead and speak.
All right, Mr. Terrio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Robert Terrio, and I'm running for the office of Assessor for Lafourche Parish. I'm not going to get into the details of the platform as far as how to reduce taxes in Lafourche Parish. I think most of you have heard it from myself or maybe other constituents in the community. What I will reinforce is my background, which I have a Nichols State bachelor's degree and also graduate courses in statistics, which I feel is necessary in running the assessor's office. I know a lot of computer skills and of course have kept up to date with various programs to take advantage of proper assessments in that office. I have gotten remarried about 3 years ago. My wife of 43 years had passed away in 2017. Her husband passed away in 2018. We had known each other since grade school, and I believe in the sanctity of marriage, and that's the reason we got married. We have 6 children together and 10 grandchildren together. And I'd like for you to consider me in the polls. And again, that's Robert Terrio. You've seen me on the billboards, and I'm making a good push, strong push, for that assessor's office. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Terrio.
Thank you.
All right. Ms.
One
Lorraine?
more, before we go into this other session.
Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Daniel Lorraine, candidate for re-election for Councilman District 9. The boundaries have changed. Starts from East 58 south all the way to the Texaco tanks on 308 and on West 106, south 3235, Golden Meadow, Leeville, Fouchon below Golden Meadow, all the way to the parish line. And all I want to tell you is that we've always had a good working relationship, regardless of what anybody says. And sometimes we agree and sometimes we disagree. But 21 years ago, the parish gave the airport to the port. That was a pretty good move on our part because parish didn't have no money at that time. And I can tell you this, Mr. Leonard Miller Jr. was in charge of the airport commission. We did away with all that once we gave you all the airport. So just think back of 21 years and see what has been done. I knew that y'all had money, but you also got some grants. But the parish, the first thing we did was take that Sherrill Road and we went and we paved it 50-50. Ted Falgo was the administrator at the time. The port paid half, we paid half to the bridge. After the bridge, that was the port. We came back a few years later and the parish paid to fix it again, 1.2 million with road sales tax 2 money. Came back a few more years and we got a grant from the EDA for $1 million, let me see, I got it right here. For $1,700,000, the parish put 438 and the port put 100. That was to widen it and do the drainage, okay? Then, all of a sudden, we got the bridge going. The bridge is, the port put $4.5 million, the parish put $4.5 million, the state put $9 million, and y'all were the ones that got the $17 million from the federal government. That's your project. But guess who takes care of the bridge and the road after? It's going to be maintained by the Lafourche Parish Council or the Lafourche Parish government. So it's a pretty big project. And we also gave $1.2 million to the 2-lane from Golden Meadow to Leeville. And we were also able to get, the parish was able to get an EDA grant for your safe harbor, in which y'all took care of it, okay? But one thing that I would like
Need
to
to wrap
say.
it up, Mr. Lorraine.
That's it?
You get your time, yes, sir, we pass your time.
Okay, so on October the 14th, I would appreciate your vote and support. Early voting is from September the 30th to October the 7th, you got to go to the Lafourche Civic Center. So let's continue the progress with Lorraine and vote 82, and you can't go wrong. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right.
All right. Ms. Delane?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to read off my cheat sheet. So I'm thrilled to announce my reelection campaign for another term as your District 8 Parish Council representative. Over the past 2 years, we've achieved outstanding milestones together, and I'm committed to continuing our progress and making our community even stronger. As many of you know, I've been a resident of Lafourche Parish over 39 years, and I'm very proud to call this community home. My husband, Carl, and I have been blessed with 6 children together and currently 3 grandchildren. We love this community, and we'll do whatever it takes to see it grow and be a blessing for its families and our generations to come. That's why I decided to run for Parish Council the first time, and it's why I'm asking for your support in my reelection. My drive is to serve the people and make things better for the future of South Lafourche and its residents, and my passion has always been in serving and helping others to succeed. I believe that is why during the first term, even with COVID restrictions, 2 major storms with Zeta and Ida, I did everything in my power to strive to improve and help this community. One of the most significant accomplishments during my tenure has been the approval of 5 major drainage projects for our area. These projects are crucial for addressing long-standing issue of water retention and ensuring the safety and well-being of our residents. And by working tirelessly to secure these approvals, I've demonstrated my commitment to protecting our community from the devastating effects of flooding, from heavy rainfall and the tropical systems. Moreover, I'm proud to help spearhead the improvements of our softball fields in Lafourche by turfing the fields, transforming the top-tier facilities, providing our athletes with a safer and more enjoyable playing environment. And in the process, we are getting storm-rated metal lighting systems installed on those fields. I've always prioritized healthcare needs of our community and my relentless fight for better provisions, successfully lobbying for funding to ensure a temporary hospital for emergency hospital care in our community. And this achievement paved the way for FEMA's approval and funding of a new permanent critical care hospital at Lady of the Sea. I've worked hand in hand with the former and current CEO of Lady of the Sea Hospital, board members to ensure that we meet all requirements for funding. Another area I've focused on is our community's educational resources. With our government building and library were destroyed, I fought tirelessly to establish a temporary library for our residents. And this temporary library enabled our community to have access. I'm up. Okay. As I seek re-election, I humbly request your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Mr. Ojo, you want to talk, or you just gonna sit back there?
Already thank you all, and I'm just gonna sit back here and listen to the project.
All right, thank you,
Good to
sir.
see you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Any other public comment? Okay, moving on. Going into committee reports. Executive Committee. Members are Chucky Sherman, Chairman, Rodney J. Jusclair, Larry Griffin, Jimmy Lafont. First, we have consider approving the request from T&M Food Catering Service for food truck lease.
All right, this is a request for another food truck. You can see the location on the screen, recommendation to approve.
I need a motion. Moved by Mr. Larry Griffin, second by Mr. Rodney Jusclair. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion pass. Next, we have consider approving request from right of first refusal for Argent LNG.
All right, Argent LNG, as y'all are aware, I've been having discussions with this group for a couple of months now. They're interested in the potential of having a liquefied natural gas site and actually potential hydrogen project on that same location, green hydrogen project. It's about a $5 billion project to do 5 million tons per annum of liquefied natural gas. Recommendation to approve this right of first refusal.
All right, I got a move by Mike Colley, second by Chris Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have approving the hay lease at airport.
All right, so this is the lease. Butterfat did terminate their lease by their request, and we have a request to lease from Jerry Savoy. Recommendation to approve.
Okay, need a motion. Moved by Reggie Ledier, second by Tom Pete. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving agreement with Go Paddle for kayak rentals.
All right, so Go Paddle is a company that has a couple of locations on Bayou Lafourche, one in Thibodaux near Nichols and one near the Tourist Commission Center in Raceland. And they would like to put a kayak rental site at our coastal wetlands park in Port Fourchon for $300 per year. That's the same thing that Nichols charges. So we kind of, it's not a big money-making thing. It's just for the ability for people who don't have kayaks to be able to go and enjoy the kayak area in the port. Recommendation to approve.
Okay, we got a move from Jim Lafourche, second from John Melliso. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion pass. Next, we have considered the agreement with Capital Outlay for Bell Pass Channel Project.
All right, in this last session, we received capital outlay for dredging. It was a $25 million, 20 in P5, and another $5 million in cash. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Roger Gisclair, second by Mr. Jim Lafourche. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion pass. All right, that ends for the Executive Committee going to Permits and Waterways. Members are Rodney Gisclair, Chairman, Reggie Ledier, Tom Peter, Chucky Sherman. Mr. Gisclair, your turn.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'll review the permits that have been applied for today. First, we have from the FAA replacement, reconstruction of barrier wall and access road for the level reduction in amount of fill in Lafourche Parish. Next, we have from the National Marine Fisheries Service, proposed rule to designate critical habitat for endangered Rice's whales in the Gulf of Mexico offshore Louisiana. Next permit is from Entergy Louisiana LLC. It's an after-the-fact permit and mitigation plan for impacts incurred during emergency repairs to the Golden Meadow to Leeville transmission line following Hurricane Katrina. And lastly, we have from the Greater Lafourche Port Commission, proposed construction of a slip surrounded by a bulkhead, installation of a bridge with a fixed removable center span to allow passage of higher vessels and tows, and overlay an extension of an existing asphalt road to provide access to the proposed development area as part of the Phase 1 of Fourchon Island Development Project.
Big step, gentlemen.
Yes.
The fact that permit for Fourchon Island is on notice.
That's a big step, yes it is. That concludes the permits and waterways report, Mr. President. Thank you.
Mr. Gisclair. And also want to see on the permit for the National Marine Fisheries for the rice whale. We are fighting that we're not in favor of that, for let our leases and
Yes.
everyone know that we are fighting that.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting out permits and waterways, and we're going into Construction and Development Committee. Members are Chris Colley, Chairman, Mike Colley, Jim Lafourche, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Colley, your turn.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. President. Item 1, consider approving the change order number 1 from Coastal Dredging Company for the Northern Expansion Slip C Sweep Dredging.
All right, this is a deduct of $37,612.40. Recommendation to approve.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion pass.
Item 2, consider approving change order number 1 from Coastal Dredging for the Flotation Canal and Front Commercial Marina Dredge Project.
All right, this is, as Joe mentioned earlier, increase of $528,960.05 due to more material being on the north side of Flotation Canal. Recommendation to approve.
Move.
I got a motion by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mr. Jim Lafourche. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion pass.
Item 3, consider approving change order number 2 from Plaisance Dragline and Dredging for the Nerby Collins Marina Bucket Dredge Project.
All right, this is for an additional 35 calendar days to the contract. Recommendation to approve.
Move.
Got a motion by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mr. Tom Peet. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion pass.
Item 4, consider accepting the lowest responsive bid for the airport hangar demolition project.
Lowest responsive bidder was BET Construction Incorporated for $78,880. Recommendation to approve.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? All opposed? Motion pass.
Mr. President, this concludes the Construction Development Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. Next, we're going into possible executive session. Do we need to take a vote on that, Mr. Bryce? Okay.
Motion, a second,
I need a motion. We got a motion by Mr. Tom Pete, second by Mr. Reggie Day. Roll call, Mr. Colley.
Yes, sir. Seat A, Chucky Jeremy.
Yes.
Seat B, Tom Pete.
Yes.
Seat C, Jimmy Lafont.
Yes.
Seat D, Rodney Gisclair.
Yes.
Seat E, Reggie Leday.
Yes.
Seat F, Larry Griffin.
Yes.
Seat G, John Melisson.
Yes.
Seat H, Mike Kelly, yes. Seat I, Chris Kelly.
Yes.
We have a quorum, Mr. President.
All right, thank you.
Back in a
Okay, we'll
couple
be
minutes.
back. We're going into executive session. Okay, meeting will be come back to order. We have on the agenda to discuss the currently certificate for the Fouchon Pavilion project. I need a motion. Moved by John Melisson, second by Tom Pete. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion pass. All right, we out of executive session and construction and development, we're going to finance committee. Members are John Melisson Jr., Larry Griffin, Chris Colley, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Melisson, you chairman, you're up.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Griffin, keep up, it's a long list today.
I will.
All right, we'll begin by consider approving payment of the August 2023 invoices and recognizing those over $25,000. And we'll begin with Sea Level Construction Incorporated, $972,240, and that's for the Airport Connector Road and Bridge project, along with the flotation canal mooring dolphin repairs. Item 2, Tidewater Dock Incorporated, $573,550.35, and that's for Hurricane Ida damage restoration. Item 3, GIS Engineering, $225,768.93. That's for the Fouchon Island Bridge and Connector Road, the Port Fouchon Marsh, Slip D, Bulkhead, Bell Pass Deepening, and General Engineering. Item 4, Angelette Design LLC, $171,219.10. That's for the flotation canal mooring dolphins, along with the Fouchon Beach Maintenance Restoration and Protection Project. Item 5, Onshore Construction Company LLC, $102,557.56. That's for flotation canal pavilion. Item 6, Coastal Dredging Company Incorporated, $100,401.87. That's for flotation canal, front commercial marina dredging, along with Slip C Sweep Dredging Part 2. Item 7, Grand Isle Shipyard, $77,474.87. That's for the parking lot for Coastal Wetland Park and Pavilion, contract labor for the airport, and port annex door installation and painting. Item 8, Transform YX, $66,528.82. That's for Cisco SmartNet renewal and hardware. Item 9, Edge Tech, $43,400 even, side scanner, sonar. Item 10, PCO and Associates, $42,289.72. Almost messed up there, Mr. Griffin. And that's for the Airport Connector Road, the Fouchon Pavilion, and General Engineering. Item
It's
11.
actually 78 cents and not 72 cents. but
Hey.
Just wanted to make it clear.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Thank you, fellas. I'm getting there, Mr. President, hang with me. So next is Ascension Aviation Group, $36,274.44. That's fuel for resale and truck rental. Item 12, Bank of America, $32,013.84. That's monthly port credit card charges. Item 13, MS Binbo and Associates, $28,175. That's for the Port Fouchon Tower and Shelter inspection. Item 14, TD Construction Group LLC, $27,070.87. That's for the Flotation Canal Road Drainage Improvement. Item 15, NOAA, $25,437, and that's for Ports Program to measure tidal and current issues. These expenditures, along with the rest, bring us to a total of $3,735,261.56, and I'd like to make a motion, we accept these expenditures if I didn't make any mistakes.
A second.
There we
I
go.
got a motion from John Mellison, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
All right, continuing on, as discussed in Monday night committee meetings, we need to approve the 2023 unaudited financial statements, and I'd like to make a motion, we approve these.
All right, got a motion from Mr. John Mellison, second from Mr. Reggie Leday. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have out-of-state travel and training. We have Executive Director Chasson attending Washington meetings in Washington DC, September 18th through the 21st. We also have Luke Adams and Paris Lyons, Harbor police officers, attending the Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training at Texas State University in Texas, October 26th through the 30th. Next, we have Director Chasson, along with Commissioners Chucky Sheremy, Rodney Gisclair, Mike Colley, John Allison Jr., Thomas Petrie, Reggie Leday, and Chris Colley attending the Louisiana Live event and DC meetings in Washington, D.C., January 23rd through the 27th. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these.
All right, got a motion by Mr. John Mellison, second by Mr. Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving insurance renewals. Mr. Director, do we need to go over this, or we just would like to vote on it?
We don't have to go through them. I'll just say that our total estimated annual premium with a 2% savings from last year, $574,850.27. Recommendation to approve.
I'd like to move that we accept this, Mr. President.
I got a motion from Mr. John Mellison, and a second by Mr. Rodney Gisclair. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Mr. President, this concludes the Finance Committee report.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mellison. And we have any other business? Any public comment? I got a motion from Mr. Jim Lafourche to adjourn, second by Mr. Tom Pete. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. So I'd like to thank everyone who came for the meeting today, our candidates who spoke, and everyone, we had a good meeting, and like, everyone be safe out there. We finally have a little bit of rain, so it's cool and not as hot like it used to be, but everyone still be safe out there and have yourselves a good month. Meeting adjourned.